Hi everyone, I'm Yenna from Susan's family. Today, I'll show you the tutorial for Heartfelt Bouquet Shawl. This shawl consists of a main piece and accessories, 2 parts in total. Complete these 2 parts separately. Then secure them together. Let's start with the main piece. The main piece is divided into 2 sections. The first section starts with a chain ring. Work back and forth. It involves quite a few stitches. All of them are marked in the chart, so I won't go through them one by one. Please watch as I demonstrate the exact crochet method. Let's start. To make it easier for everyone to see clearly, I'll use cotton yarn for the demonstration. For specific yarn, color schemes, and hook sizes, please refer to the detail page and the paper charts of our product. Make a chain ring with 6 chains. On the first chain, pick up the top strand and work a slip stitch. Don't pull the slip stitch too tight. Next, work H1, chain 4, as the beginning chain for the treble crochet. These 4 chains count as 1 treble crochet. In the starting ring, work a treble crochet, yarn over twice. Insert. Draw through. There are 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops on the hook. Repeat this 3 times. 1 treble crochet is completed. Continue with the second stitch. While crocheting, tighten the starting tail. Include the beginning chain. Now you've worked a total of 3 stitches. Keep going. Crochet the corresponding number of treble crochets all the way down. You can move slightly to the right as you work. H1 is now completed. We'll take the side with clearer texture as the right side, and the other side is the wrong side. Now let's move on to H2. Make 4 chains to start. These 4 chains correspond to this treble crochet below. Turn the piece. Crochet 4 chains as a spacer. Skip the adjacent treble crochet and leave it unworked at the second treble crochet on the left. Crochet 1 treble crochet. The stitch on the wrong side is at the upper left. Continue with 4 more chains for spacing. Skip 1 stitch. From the adjacent stitch, crochet a treble crochet. For this row, skip 1 stitch. Crochet a treble crochet between every 2 stitches. Crochet 4 chains as a spacer. Work all the way down to finish them. For the last treble crochet, crochet it at the beginning chain. Pick up the fourth braid with 2 strands. H2 is completed. Next, work on H3. Start with 4 chains. Turn the piece. The beginning chain corresponds to the stitch below. Crochet 1 chain for spacing. In the same position, crochet 1 treble crochet. After completing it, crochet 4 chains as a spacer. In the adjacent stitch, crochet 1 treble crochet. One chain. 1 treble crochet. Continue crocheting all the way down to finish this row. For the last group of treble crochets, similarly, pick up the fourth braid of the beginning chain from the previous row and crochet. Be mindful not to crochet in the wrong position. H3 is now completed. Continue with H4. Start with 4 chains as the beginning chain. Turn the piece. Locate the previous row in the chain space between 2 treble crochets. Crochet 1 treble crochet. 1 chain. 1 treble crochet. And beside it, crochet 1 more treble crochet. One treble crochet pattern is now completed. Crochet 4 chains for spacing. At the next group of treble crochets, start by picking up the stitch. Crochet a treble crochet. In the middle chain space, crochet 1 treble crochet. 1 chain. 1 treble crochet. And beside that stitch, crochet 1 more treble crochet. The second pattern is now completed. Continue crocheting all the way down to finish them. For the last stitch, pick up the beginning chain and crochet. Let me emphasize this again. Don't crochet in the wrong position. H4 is now completed. For the following rows, continue crocheting into stitches and chain spaces. Using this method, refer to the chart and finish the first 9 rows. In H10, we'll use a new stitch, TR2-in-1. Here, I'll demonstrate with a sample. I'll just demonstrate the stitch. The position is random. TR2-in-1. That means you'll work 2 treble crochets into the same stitch. 1, 2. The TR2-in-1 is now completed. Let's take a look at the finished product. When you encounter a chain, it's all about picking up the chain spaces and crocheting. In the chain space, when you need to work multiple treble crochets, you can move a little as you crochet, making space for your stitches. Following this method, refer to the chart, and continue crocheting until the end of H18. Next, we'll work on H19. This row features a cluster. I'll use a sample to demonstrate the method. Chain 2 to start. And treat these 2 chains as an incomplete double crochet. Turn the piece. These 2 chains correspond to the stitch below. From the adjacent treble crochet, work 1 incomplete treble crochet. Yarn over twice. Insert. Draw through. Yarn over, pull through the loop on your hook. Repeat this 2 times. Leaving 2 loops on the hook. 1 incomplete treble crochet is done. Yarn over and draw through in one go. The peak stitch 1 is completed. Chain 3 as a spacer. Work a TR-DCTR tog. Start with an incomplete treble crochet. This incomplete stitch is worked into the right side treble crochet below. When crocheting, wrap the previous incomplete stitch. Then work an incomplete double crochet. Yarn over once. Insert into the treble crochet below. Pull the yarn through. Yarn over and draw through the first 2 loops. The incomplete double crochet is done. Now work another incomplete treble crochet. This incomplete stitch is worked into the left side treble crochet. There are 4 loops on the hook. Yarn over and draw through in once. The TR-DCTR tog is completed. Continue with 3 chains for spacing. Crochet a TR-DCTR tog. Start with an incomplete treble crochet. Work it into the stitch below, on the right side treble crochet. When crocheting, wrap the previous incomplete stitch. The incomplete double crochet is worked in this treble crochet below. Yarn over once, insert, pull through, yarn over and draw through the first 2 loops. The incomplete double crochet is done. For the second incomplete treble crochet, crochet it into the left side treble crochet. Yarn over, and draw through all the loops on the hook. The second cluster is done. Work 3 chains as a spacer. Crochet the third cluster. For the first incomplete treble crochet, it's all worked into the right side treble crochet. When crocheting, wrap the previous incomplete stitch. The incomplete double crochet is worked into the stitch below. Then another incomplete treble crochet is worked on the left stitch. Yarn over, and pull through all the loops on your hook. The third cluster is complete. Work 3 chains as a spacer. Below, work 1 DT cluster. First, in the right side stitch, work an incomplete treble crochet. Then an incomplete double crochet in the stitch below. Yarn over, and pull through 3 loops on the hook once. The DT cluster is done. You can see that, except for the beginning and ending stitches, the treble crochets in the middle are all worked 3 times. Then chain 5 for a spacer. Skip 1 stitch without working, and work a treble crochet on the adjacent stitch. Leave the last stitch of this group unworked. Continue with chaining 5 as a spacer. And start to crochet the cluster. Begin with a peak stitch 1. Start in the stitch on the left side by working an incomplete double crochet. Then in the adjacent stitch, work an incomplete treble crochet. Yarn over and draw through all loops. The first cluster is completed. Continue referring to the chart, and finish them all. H19 is done. Move on to H20, chain 4 to start. Turn the piece. Work 2 chains as a spacer. Crochet 1 treble crochet in the next chain space. 2 chains. In the cluster stitch, crochet 1 treble crochet. 2 chains. Refer to the chart, finish crocheting them. Pay attention while crocheting. The stitch of Street 2 cluster is also in the upper left. Don't crochet it wrong. Be mindful of the last stitch, and don't get the position wrong. H20 is completed. Continue with H21. Chain 4 to start. Turn the piece. From the adjacent stitch, crochet 1 treble crochet. 1 chain. A CH3SL picket. Start with 3 chains first. Then crochet a slip stitch on the second chain. pick up these 2 strands. Similarly, the slip stitch doesn't need to be tightened. The CH3SL picket is completed. Continue with 1 chain for spacing. Crochet 1 treble crochet in the same position. Consider these stitches as 1 picket pattern. In the adjacent stitch, crochet 1 treble crochet. In the next stitch, crochet a picket pattern. 1 treble crochet. 1 chain. 1 picket. Start with 3 chains first. Crochet a slip stitch on the second chain. No need to tighten the slip stitch. The CH3SL picket is completed. 1 chain. Crochet 1 treble crochet in the same position again. The second picket pattern is completed. Complete the corresponding treble crochets and picket patterns. After completing, crochet 5 chains for spacing. Crochet 1 TR3 tog. First, on the middle 3 stitches. Crochet 1 incomplete treble crochet each. 1, 2, 3. Yarn over, and draw through all the loops on the hook once. The TR3 tog is completed. Continue with 5 chains as a spacer. Crochet the corresponding stitches, finish crocheting them. After everything is completed, crochet 1 chain to secure, stretch the loop, leave about 5 centimeters of yarn tail, cut the yarn, pull tight. You don't need to manage this yarn tail for now, the excess starting tail can be trimmed directly. H21 is done. The first section is completed. After completing the first section, along the second to last row, work back and forth to crochet the second section. A variety of new stitches are also used. All stitches are marked in the chart. I won't give examples to explain them. Please watch me demonstrate the specific crocheting method. The yarn for the second section is relatively special. There are segments in various colors. The color at the starting position for crocheting is different. Thus, the finished product effect will also be different. Here, I'll continue to use cotton yarn for the demonstration. Take out the first section. Place the right side facing you. That is, the last row. The side with clearer texture. Take out the new yarn. Make a slip knot. Hang the yarn. Fold the last row forward. Crochet along the second to last row. Insert into the back loop of the edge treble crochet. That is, this strand behind the stitch. And this strand on the bottom, right? There are 2 strands in total. Draw the loop through. Adjust the size of the loop. Start with 3 chains as the beginning chain. Treat these 3 chains as 1 double crochet in the same stitch. Work 1 more double crochet. In the same position, you've now worked 2 stitches. Consider this as 1 DC2 in 1. Then, chain 2 for spacing. Skip the adjacent chain space. On the right chain of the second chain space, work a double crochet. At the chain, pick up 2 strands to crochet. After completing, make 1 chain. In the adjacent chain space, work a double crochet on the right chain. Keep going. In the next 4 adjacent chain spaces, work a double crochet in each of the right chain. Between every 2 double crochets, make 1 chain as a spacer. After completing, chain 2 as a spacer. Skip the chain space on the left side. On the edge treble crochet, work a double crochet. In this stitch, a treble crochet has already been worked. Pick up the back loop on the right side of the stitch and the strand below. Work a double crochet. The double crochet at the pattern position is completed. Next, chain 2 as a spacer. On the middle chain on the left side, work a double crochet. When crocheting at the chain, always pick up both loops. After completing, chain 1. At the middle position of the 5 treble crochets on the left side, work a double crochet. When encountering a situation where the stitch has already been crocheted, from the right side of the stitch, pick up the back loop and the right strand below. Crochet by picking up total of 2 strands. Continue with 1 chain as a spacer. At the middle chain, work a double crochet. Pay attention not to crochet in the wrong position. 2 chains. Now we're back at the treble crochet pattern. First, pick up the back loop of the treble crochet and the strand below. Make a double crochet. 2 chains. Skip the adjacent space unworked. From the second space, work a double crochet on the right side chain. Continue crocheting down for a total of 6 stitches. In between these stitches, just work 1 chain for spacing. After completing, make 2 chains as a spacer. Skip the adjacent space unworked. On the side treble crochet, work a double crochet. Continue with 2 chains as a spacer. Skip the space unworked. Work a double crochet on the second space. You can see the double crochet that is 2 chains apart, is worked in the middle of the treble crochet pattern. Following this method, refer to the chart and finish crocheting this row. When you reach the beginning chain at last, also pick up 2 strands. Pick the strand from behind first, and then insert into the strand below. Work a DC 2-in-1, which means to make 2 double crochets in the same stitch. H1 is completed. H2's method is simpler. Refer to the chart and work double crochets and chains. Pay attention not to work in the wrong position. Now, let's move on to H3. Start with 3 chains as the beginning chain. Turn the piece in the adjacent stitch. Work a DC 2-in-1. Work 1 double crochet next. Then 4 chains. After completion, work a DC2 tog. First, work 2 incomplete double crochets. 1, 2. Yarn over and draw through all 3 loops on the hook in once. The DC2 tog is completed. Follow this process. Refer to the chart. Continue crocheting. In H7, a new stitch is used. DC3 tog. I'll continue with this sample and demonstrate the crochet method. Start with 3 incomplete double crochets first. 1, 2, 3. Yarn over, pull through all 4 loops on your hook once. DC3 tog is done. Continue following the chart. Keep crocheting until you reach the second to last row. Now, let me demonstrate the crochet method for the last row. Make 1 chain as your beginning chain. Turn the piece. Crochet 1 single crochet into the stitch below the beginning chain. Then in the following chain spaces and double crochet, crochet the corresponding number of single crochets. The stitch count on the sample is random. During crocheting, pay attention. Don't get the number of single crochets in the chain spaces wrong. When you reach the pointed corner, you need to make it SC2 tog. That is, in the same stitch, crochet 2 single crochets. 1, 2. This is the method for crocheting at SC2 tog. Refer to the chart. Finish crocheting this row. After everything is completed, hide all the yarn tails along the texture on the wrong side. This is the crocheting method for the second section. This way, the main piece is done. Next, we will crochet accessories. There are 2 types, flowers and leaves. Let's first learn the method to crochet the flower. We will start from foundation chain. Work back and forth in rows. Please watch the demonstration. Start with a foundation chain. Leave about 10 centimeters of yarn tail before starting. After completion, make 1 beginning chain. Crochet single crochets from the second to last chain. Work on the back loop only. Continue to work even single crochets. H1 is done. Here we only demonstrate the method. The number of stitches is random. Move on to H2. Start with 3 chains as the beginning chain. Turn the piece counterclockwise. On the wrong side, the stitch is located at the top left. The beginning chain corresponds to the stitch below. Work 2 chains for spacing. Crochet 1 double crochet into the same stitch. Skip the next 2 stitches. On the 3rd stitch, work 1 double crochet. Two chains. 1 double crochet. From now on, skip 2 stitches. On the 3rd stitch, crochet the double crochet pattern. H2 is completed. Next, move on to H3. Start with 3 chains as the beginning chain. Turn the piece over. In this space, work 1 double crochet. 2 chains. 2 double crochets. For this entire row, into the chain spaces of the previous row, crochet 2 double crochets. 2 chains. 2 double crochets. Refer to the chart. Finish them off. This is what it looks like after completing H3. Continue with H4. Start with 1 chain. Turn the piece. Work 8 double crochets in the space. Then, in the space between the 2 patterns from the previous row, work a slip stitch. The slip stitch in the chart is indicated with a solid oval. This means you don't need to tighten it, just crochet it. Keep working in the chain space. The corresponding number of double crochets. After finishing, in the previous row, work a slip stitch between the 2 patterns. Continue and finish them off. Finally, in the middle between 2 edge stitches, make 1 slip stitch. Leave a long yarn tail and fasten off. The piece is now completed. From the side where the starting tail is, roll it up. When rolling, make sure the right side of the last row faces you. Roll and adjust as you go, so that the petals are staggered. Align the bottom. First, secure the side a little. Sew back and forth along H2 a few times. This will prevent the flower piece from coming apart. at the edge starting point. Sew a few times. You don't need to deal with the yarn tail for now. One flower is now done. Repeat this process, making the corresponding number of flowers. Next, crochet the leaves. We will start from the foundation chain. Round the chain. Crochet in rounds. The new stitch used is half double crochet. Let me demonstrate. Start with the foundation chain. Before starting, don't forget to leave a yarn tail. After completing, make one chain as your beginning chain. Work a single crochet in the second to last chain. Still by picking up one strand. Then work one half double crochet. 2 double crochets. Six treble crochets. Yarn over twice. Insert. Pull through. There are 4 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pass through the first 2 loops on the hook. Repeat this 3 times. 1, 2, 3. 1 treble crochet is done. Finish crocheting the remaining 5 stitches. After completing them, work 2 double crochets. One half double crochet. 1 single crochet. 2 chains. Work 1 more single crochet in the same position. Now we're at the other side of the foundation chain. Work in the chain on this side. By picking up 2 strands, insert into the second braid. Crochet a half double crochet inside it. While crocheting, weave in the starting tail. You can see this half double crochet, and the opposite half double crochet are crocheted into the same space. Continue crocheting all the way down on this side. After completing the single crochet, work a slip stitch in the first single crochet. Don't pull this slip stitch too tight. Leave a tail and fasten off. These 2 yarn tails can be set aside for now. This is the crocheting method for the leaf. Finally, secure the accessories to the main piece. Secure the flowers first. Lay the main piece flat. Place the beginning and ending flowers on the dent of the edge. There is an interval of 3 pointed shapes between each flower in the middle section. Secure them in the dented positions. After confirming the positions, proceed to secure them. Align the bottom of the flower with the edge of the main piece. Secure the contact points. Start by drawing the starting tail through the main piece. There's no specific requirement for securing methods, as long as it is fixed securely. Ensure no visible color transitions on the wrong side. When actually securing, adjust while sewing. Finally, tie a knot with the 2 yarn tails and hide them along the texture of the backside. This is the method to secure the flower. The beginning and ending leaves are fixed on the edge points. The rest are fixed on the point between 2 flowers. I will demonstrate the securing method here. Insert the needle into the single crochet insertion point and draw through the edge stitch, pass through the center of the leaf. Sew a couple more stitches to secure it. Also secure the edge. Finally, tie a knot with the starting tail and hide them well. This is the method to fix the accessories. Up to this point, the entire making method of the shawl has been explained. If you have any questions during the process, don't hesitate to reach us via our website, Susan's Family. Support your handwork experience. Enjoy the joy of life. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode.